What's up, Sire World? It's your boy Sire, and I'm back at it like a crack addict. Man, you know I'm still in the cut like bacteria, and I'm in your mind like hysteria. Nah, guys, Sire fam, I know, it's been a minute. It's been a while. You know, I take these little breaks from YouTube, whatever, but you know I'm always coming back. I know y'all probably sitting in front of the screen like,
is this nigga serious?
No, you need a wristband. You're not just gonna leave YouTube for a few months and come back like everything's alright. Nope, that's not happening.
but for real guys, I'm back. I had to get in my Duffy for a little bit, but I'm back.
Book.
Now the reason I'm back, I was always planning on coming back, but the reason I'm back so early is because people in real life, in my personal life, came up to me and told me how they were showing support to the YouTube channel and how they enjoyed watching my videos and it made them laugh. And I really just thought about how much of a blessing it is to have a community on YouTube and how much it is a gift to be able to make you guys laugh and tell you guys about the stories about my life. So without further ado, enough with all the chit chat and the small talk, let's get down to the story time. Today's story time is about a girl I met at college from Tinder. Now, Tinder is such a weird app. They try to advertise it as a dating app where you're gonna find love or something like that, but that's not really how I see it. Now, at the ripe age of 19 years old, I don't think I've met a single person on this app that has found true love from it. Basically, all I've seen from this app since I've got it is basically girls posting cringy or mad specific bios about what type of guy they want, or dudes posting their truck or a fish that they just caught. My nigga, ain't nobody care about no damn fish. One time, I even saw a dude post a screenshot of the car he was gonna get in a few months. My brother in Christ, how you gonna flex a car you ain't even got yet? Basically, everybody on Tinder tries to act like they're oblivious from the fact that they know what everybody on Tinder is trying to do. Like, my guy, I'm trying to knock some legs loose, you know what I'm saying? And basically it can go one of two ways. Either you end up, you know what I'm saying, doing a do, or y'all just add each other on Snapchat, you talk for a couple of days, and then you just go back to being strangers. Now that being said, like I say in every single one of my videos, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert on life, I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Now, I'm sure there's some people out there who done met the love of their life off of Tinder. I'm sure of it. And if you think that's the case for you, by all means be my guest. Go ahead and try. But I'm just speaking from personal experience. And as you can see by the title of this video, my personal experience was not too well. So now that you've got basically my view on Tinder, we can get into the story time. So like I said, this takes place while I was still at college. This is about a few months into my first semester at college. To be specific, this was right around Halloween. So I don't know if I mentioned this in my other story time, but my university was not that far from my crib. It was probably like an hour 15 from my crib. So whenever my homies wanted to come over, they could. They just gotta make that drive. So if you look back at your calendar, last Halloween fell on a Sunday. So my university being basically the party school of the area, I've been chopping it up with my homies, and you know, it's Halloween weekend, so you know we finna get teased, so I told them to slice and dice on me whenever they wanted to. So they slid on me on Friday, because in case you don't know how things work at college, people are just trying to find any excuse to party, right? So even knowing Halloween wasn't until Sunday, they start the parties on Friday, they move it to Saturday, and then Sunday, so we were having parties all weekend, right? So my homies come through, and we kick it for a little bit, then we go to parties. We go to a few parties, we come back to the dorm, and we're just chilling. It's still kind of late. We just chilling, kicking it, right? Then one of my homies gonna tell me that he got a shorty that's in the same city that my college is in. She came down here to party and stuff too, and she got friends with her. So you already know what type of time we on. So he calls her up and stuff, and while he's calling her, we realize that she's in the same dorm building that I live in. So you already know, I put my Riz face on, you know what I'm saying? PDC in the building, I'm ready. But I glance at his phone, and it says, and for some reason, that name was familiar. Then, I think in my head, I'm like, didn't I just meet a shorty named a few weeks ago off of Tinder? I got her number and everything. So, we go get the shorties and her friends, and I look at her, I'm like, this is definitely her. But, you know, I keep it cool, calm, and collected, because, you know what I'm saying, it's me, nigga. I'm him. So basically, we all get back to my dorm, and we're just chopping it up, You know what I'm saying? We got hungry, so we ordered some pizza. But basically, we were all just kicking it in my dorm, right? So instantly, I turned into Riz Godsire, you know what I'm saying? Start rizzing, and I could tell my homie's kind of irritated by it because that's the shorty that he invited over. But it's like, I technically knew her before you did, so technically, I still met her first. But anyways, I'm rizzing, and he's kind of mad, but you know what I'm saying? It's TYB Nation, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do what I gotta do. So I'm just sitting there in my head thinking like, now you really can't get mad at me and shorty likes me more than you. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate the player, hate the game. But thinking back, I really wish she had liked them more, and I'm about to tell y'all why. So first of all, she was the only, you know what I'm saying, good looking one out of the group. I ain't gonna talk too much about her friends, but let's just say they were mid. But that's okay though. I got the best looking one, so I'm chilling. I'm making her laugh, you know what I'm saying? We having a deep conversation, and she likes the same artists as I do, so it's all going well. But eventually it started to get late, and they lived even farther than I did from the university, so me and my homie decided to walk them out. But as we got outside, we realized that they parked on the far side of campus, so we had to squeeze into my homie's car. It was way too many people to fit in that car. So basically, we just trying to figure out how we gonna fit everybody in this car to drive them to their car. So I'm basically on the verge of just turning around and being like, alright y'all, I'm gonna go back inside. There's enough seats, y'all can go. But Destiny comes up with a great idea of, hey sire, you can sit in the front seat and I'll just sit on your lap. So I'm like, she on timing, y'all. Hey, it's me, nigga, it's me.
She want me.
Yeah. So basically, we all hop in the car, whip them back over to their car, and she's like, alright, I'm coming back tomorrow. Am I gonna see you tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, I live here. Of course you're gonna see me tomorrow. She's like, alright. Kisses me on the cheek, boom, gets out, goes to her car, goes home. So, you know, I'm kind of feeling myself. You know, it's a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Things have been a little slow lately, but I'm glad to know that I'm still out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in the field. But my homie, I could tell that he's just mad that I just TYB'd him, but I mean, you gotta get it how you live. Nigga driving all mad, hyperventilating and shit, breath fogging up the windows and shit, nigga mad as fuck. I thought he was gonna crash the car and end my whole shit right there. But basically, to shorten this part of the story, we all head back to the dorm, knock out. Next day, we ready for parties again, right? So basically, to keep y'all filled in on the date, the first day that my homie slid, that was Friday the 29th. Now it's Saturday the 30th. This is the day basically everybody started to really pop out in their costumes and stuff because everybody was going to wear their costumes for 2 days. And that was going to be Saturday and Sunday. Those were the 2 days almost nobody had any classes. So that's where everybody, you know what I'm saying, was taking their little costumes on a test run. Or if they were wearing 2 costumes, where I saw a lot of girls do, they took their first costume out on Saturday and then they was going to take their second costume out on Sunday. I only had 1 costume. So, you know what I'm saying, I just didn't want to feel left out, so I threw it out because tonight, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get some biddies. So me and all my boys, we got our little costumes on or whatever we was wearing for the night, and we all popped out, we ready to step out for the night. So we go out to this place called CT. So if I didn't explain in another story time, CT is short for College Town. This is basically the central hub for all parties at my university. So if you didn't know if there was going to be a party, you didn't have a dedicated move for the night, just slide to CT and you'll see if there's something popping out there. So we slide out to CT. Mind you, whole time Shorty's sliding, she's already on her way. And we at CT, she's texting me, oh, where you guys at? I'm telling her, we at CT. We just got here, we looking for some parties. Okay, we're 25 minutes away, we'll let you know when we get there. Alright, I'll tell you what house I'm at. So Shorty slides through. We pop in, you know what I'm saying, to a few house parties here and there. We have our fun, but you can kind of tell when CT starts to die out, especially when the cops slide through. So we pop out to another place called Old House. So Old House is actually a house closer to downtown where they would always throw parties at in a basement. And the basement was pretty smooth for parties. This house was actually the house where I almost got a minor at, but that's just another story for another time. Let me know down in the comments if you want that story. So we pop out the Old House and I see all my homies, I'm dapping them up. I got a few drinks inside me, I'm dancing, they playing Young M.A. I'm trying to get teed, I'm trying to have fun with my friends and my homies, especially some of them who I haven't seen in a while. But Shorty keeps pulling me away and trying to give all my attention to her. So I'm like, hold on. Like, she must not know that I'm OTF. You know what I'm saying? Only the family, only the guys in my eyes. But I'm a nice guy, so I go over, I dance with her a little bit. I'm talking to her and her friends, making them feel comfortable, making them feel good. And then I find my opportunity to sneak back out and go out there and hit my shmoney dance, because I'm a party man. I'm the life of the party. So I have my fun, but it starts to get late again. And I start to realize things. Like, I'm drunk, but I'm not wasted. I'm still sober enough to notice things. I noticed her costume kind of janky. I'm not gonna lie. It looked slapped together at the last minute. And I was like, haven't you been planning for this? So by this point, it's probably like 1 or 2 a.m. And I'm trying to slide out, go back to my dorm. I'm feeling loose, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get active or go to bed. But I don't know what's wrong with her friends. They must have did like cocaine or perks or something before the night started, because it's like 2 a.m. They still want to party. So they find some dude's little kickback or OC, I guess. And we slide over there. And one of my homies trying to get on that with one of Shorty's friends. So it's kind of like, we kind of like in a 2-man situation, even though it's like 4 or 5 girls. But it's like, we both got our little shorties or whatever. So we slide through the dude's apartment. And as soon as I walk in, I immediately want to leave. Bro's like, hell yeah, come on in. I'm like, bro, I don't want to come on in. This John is vacant as hell. Like, ain't nobody in here. There's 6 people. And I could tell from the snap that bro was definitely desperate to have some people slide through. He was like, bring anyone you want. As soon as we come in, he's like, come on in, dude. Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. I'm like, bro, it's 2, 3 in the morning, bro. I'm trying to go to bed, bro. But I didn't want to blow everyone's night. Plus, I wasn't driving. I took Shorty friend's car. So I just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going inside. I'm chopping it up with people, listening to music, whatever. It's chill vibes. We probably there for about an hour. And when we're about to leave, we found out that Shorty gave her keys to another girl that was at the party, and she left with some dude. I'm like, bro, why does all this gotta be happening right now? So we spent like 45 minutes looking for Shorty. We finally find the keys. At this point, I'm just drained, bro. I'm like, just take me to my dorm. We whip back to my dorm, whatever. So we get inside. I had already told my roommate, I texted him, I was like, yo, Shorty's gonna be spending the night here. If you could, you know, not be there, that would be great. And he spent the night at one of our friends. He spent the night at her dorm. So shout out to my roommate. If you watching this, shout out to you, W roommate. So I'm thinking like, finally, bro. It's been a long night, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired, but I'm not too tired, you know, to handle business, you know what I'm saying? So Shorty asked to use the bathroom, and when she gets out, she asked me for one of my sweatshirts. Shorty had not brought any other clothes but her costume. So that was my first red flag, because Shorty, you're in fishnets. You thought you was just gonna sleep and whatever in fishnets, my guy? It just baffles me. Like, it actually perplexes me that Shorty was actually planning on spending this whole time here looking like Patrick at the end of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. But you already know what I'm thinking about. So I don't think about that too long. I give her the sweatshirt, we crawl in the bed together, and all she says is, thank you for such a great night, gives me a kiss, and then knocks out. Now, it's not like she owes me some, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit bummed out. But I had a long night too, and I was basically just thinking maybe tomorrow, so I just knocked out. So now it's actually Halloween day. We both wake up, we get ready in the morning. We're both starving, so we're looking for all my friends so we can go out and get tacos. But all my friends are hungover, and some of their phones aren't even on, so we just spend the whole morning rounding up everybody and getting everybody ready so we can go get some food. So Shorty's like, can you pay for my food? And I was like, in my head, I didn't really want to. I was like, I don't really want to, but I'm a generous person, so I'll pay for it. But also, I was just kind of thinking, like, how are you traveling this far from home with no money? Like, this is very irresponsible and dangerous, and it kind of turned me off from her for a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. This right here was the first major sign that I had made a mistake. Now, there was probably a few more little red flags here and there before then, but it was Halloween weekend, I was having fun, I probably overlooked them, but this was the first indicator. So we ate us some tacos. After we got some tacos, we hopped back in the homies' whip, and you know what I'm saying, I'll call it goofy grass. We did some goofy grass. So basically after that, we just head back to the dorms and we just kick it and chill until it's time to go back out. So me and my homies are ready, but her friends are pulling up and they're not ready yet. So I let them in the dorm and then I leave to go check on some of my other homies while they're all in my dorm kicking it. And when I get back to my dorm, that was when I realized I had made a mistake. People have a habit of snitching on themselves when they get comfortable around you. Now, there's a reason I didn't say any names in this video for confidentiality, but these may be true or not. This is just what I heard going back into the room. So they had basically told me that they didn't have any money to afford costumes for Halloween, so they just went into Walmart and stole them. Now, I'm not gonna act like a goody two-shoes like I haven't, you know what I'm saying, slipped a few things in my pocket before, but a whole costume? If you don't have enough money to afford a costume, you should not be partying. So that was just one of them. Another one was, apparently, shorty that my homie was messing with was pregnant, but she was drinking to unalive the baby. And we tried to explain to her that drinking doesn't, you know what I'm saying, do that. But she didn't want to listen. She didn't want any of it. Nah, like deadass, he was trying to explain to her, but she didn't want to hear none of that. So don't get mad at me when your baby come out looking like Dobby off of Harry Potter. So at this point, I'm over it. Like, I totally lost all attraction to shorty. I just want to leave, but I'm like, I do not trust them, bro. I can't leave them in my room. You know why? Because I'm But basically, this video is getting way too long, so I'm gonna shorten up the story a little bit. Long story short, basically, we go to old house again, leave. We're all hungry, so we're in two separate cars. I'm in my homie's car, and she's in her car with her homies. So we slide out, we're hungry, we go to McDonald's. We go through the McDonald's drive-thru. They're behind us. So after we get our food, we just go in a parking space. So me and my homies, we just eating our food, chilling in a parking space. They pull up next to us after they get their food. And they over there, they are drunk, they are turnt. They just trying to like woo us in any way that they can. And I was like, I'm not having it. These hoes are. But y'all can't forget, I'm him. I really do this. So as I'm talking to my homies, I come up with a genius plan. So I tell them that we're going back to the drive-thru to get some more food. But after seeing how they was, I didn't want no more food. My appetite was already ruined. So my homie starts pulling out like he's about to go to the drive-thru, and I tell him, whip out of here as fast as you can. I'm talking Baby Driver. I'm talking skirt, Fast and Furious. My homie turned into Paul Walker. He's Tokyo drifting out the parking lot and shit, shifting gears, hitting the corner. This nigga's doing all this in an old ass Volvo. I'm like, wow. She texted me a whole paragraph about, oh, you should have just told me if you wanted to go home. Yeah, I wanted to go home to my home, not our home. We don't got a home. So basically it gets to the point where she's like, here's my friend's snap. Send it to your homie. Cause shorty wanted to be still on that with my guy. But after hearing what I heard, he didn't want to have anything to do with that either. So she's like, have a good life. And I'm like, alright. I was until you came into it, but it's cool. So fast forward a few days, and my roommate, remember my roommate, he had left. He was basically gone the whole weekend. Yeah, he left me to dorm basically, so I have shorty over there and my friends and stuff like that. So he basically left me in the room, and I felt so bad because this nigga told me some of his shoes were missing. And these weren't no old shoes, no beaters. Nah, bro, this was new shoes that he had just bought and brought from home. And she will deny it. She will deny it to this day. But I know for a fact it was either her or one of her friends that took them shoes. Because it's not my homies. They got money. They don't need nobody else's shoes. But if you can steal from Walmart, on the other hand, where there's cameras and security, what's stopping you from stealing from somebody's dorm? But basically, that's my story, man. Met her on Tinder. 2 weeks later, stopped talking. Saw her again on Halloween. And basically gave me the craziest, most draining weekend of my life. So if you're trying to find love on Tinder, don't let me be the one to discourage you. I know people always say don't judge a book by its cover, but if people show you their true colors, don't bother trying to repaint them. As my mama always likes to say, not everything that glitters is gold.